Here is my little book on tips on how to give a good speech. So first off, you have to outline a speech. So you have to come up with your main ideas, make sure you have transitions between your main ideas, then have a good hook, and then make it clear when you're closing. Next is how to overcome nervousness. A lot of people are nervous when they're first giving a speech, but I've come up with a couple of tips that I learned for myself and that I've learned in class on how to overcome nervousness. So you need to practice a lot. You need to take deep breaths, think positive, and then do a power pose before you give the speech, and it will make you feel a lot better. Next is how to use visual aids. Visual aids are very important when it comes to public speaking. So they make sure that you need to make sure that they pertain to the subject, make them easy to see, and only leave them up for a little while so that they're not distracting when you give your speech. Next is the importance of vocal variety. It's very important that you make sure your voice goes up and down and it's just not monotone. It makes the speech more interesting, it seems more genuine and not just like rehearsed, and it gets the audience's attention. Next, I have the difference between the content and relational side. The content side is just the stuff you have inside your speech, but the relational side is actually relating to your audience and making sure that they connect with you. There needs to be a healthy balance of both, otherwise your speech won't really succeed. Either you'll have too much content and you won't really relate to the audience, or your content won't be good. Like, you'll be able to relate with the audience, but your speech won't go that well. Next is how to generate emotion in an audience. You need to share emotional stories, say things in a way that will make the audience happy or sad, and use vocal variety for pauses and voice pitch. The importance of practice. It makes you less nervous. There are less pauses during your speech. The speech flows better, and the overall performance seems more real. An informative speech. Here are a couple speeches that I've given that I've learned some tips of how to give them. So for an informative speech, you find a topic that you're interested in, research it a lot so that you're well informed, make sure you have credible sources, and then speak with authority, like you know what you're talking about, because then people will be more likely to believe you. Then there's the introductory speech. It's usually when you're introducing someone. So you need to get to know the person well, try and show their personality in the speech that you give, and highlight their best qualities and don't degrade them, because that's not the point of an introductory speech. Next is a persuasive speech. You need to pick a topic you're passionate about, argue your side without offending anyone, present your side in a way that will make others agree with you, and appeal to the audience's emotional side. Next, we have a commemorative speech. This is someone when you're remembering someone. So choose someone or something that has influenced you greatly. Share stories about that person or thing. Talk about the good qualities or positives about your topic, and make sure that the audience knows how much your topic means to you. Overall, just to give a good speech, if you put everything together, just make sure you practice your speech a lot, take a deep breath, and just be yourself. And then here's my paper I've written on how to be a great public speaker. The 3 pages, if I can get it, oh my gosh. 3 pages. And my reference page. And that's how to give a good speech.